In this video, I'll be looking at the pros and cons of buying versus renting a home in the UK. Welcome to Estate Agent Insider, your go-to channel for expert property tips and advice, or at least one day it will be. If any of this content sounds useful, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend to tell a friend, and without further ado, let's get into the video. In order to buy a property in the UK, you need a minimum deposit of 10% of the agreed sale price of the property, as well as an agreement in principle from a mortgage provider. Typically, most mortgage lenders will offer you a mortgage of up to 4 to 5 times your gross annual salary. There are mortgage calculators available online, which can be a useful tool to quickly identify how much you could borrow, but if you would like a more detailed breakdown of which lenders will give you the largest mortgage as well as offer you the best interest rates, then it's best to contact a mortgage broker. I would say it is always worth using a mortgage broker for the buying process, as covered in a few of my previous videos, but this service is optional and is another upfront cost to consider. Other mandatory upfront costs to consider are the solicitor fees, as you will need to instruct a solicitor to progress the sale, and the dreaded stamp duty cost. Both of these need to be paid upon completion of the sale, and the solicitor is likely to take some upfront costs as well at the point of instruction. In order to rent a property in the UK, you will typically be required to pay 1 month's rent in advance, as well as a 5-week security deposit. Some agencies do now have a zero deposit scheme in place, so it may be possible to avoid having to pay a full 5-week security deposit, depending on which agency you rent your property through. As a homeowner, you will be responsible for the following ongoing costs: mortgage repayments, bills, council tax, service charge and ground rent if your property is a leasehold, and any ongoing maintenance. As a tenant, you will be responsible for the following ongoing costs: rental payments, bills and council tax, unless this is included in the rent. Your landlord will be responsible for any ongoing maintenance costs, providing the damage wasn't caused by yourselves. It's undoubtedly better to be paying off your mortgage every month than filling your landlord's pockets, and this in turn will help you save money rather than your landlord. You are now on the property ladder and now own what is probably your most valuable asset and investment. Historically, property in the UK appreciates in value far quicker than the pound sterling, so it is preferable to have your capital invested in property as opposed to sitting in the bank from an investment point of view. As we have already covered at the start of this video, the upfront costs required are significantly higher for buying than renting, so for a lot of people, buying is simply not an option. And this is one of the biggest issues with our current economy. I could dive deeper into this issue, but we might be here all day, so I'll leave that for another video. As a homeowner, you will have a higher level of responsibility than a tenant if anything does go wrong in the property. In other words, for any damages, you will be responsible for taking care of them, whereas a tenant, you would just contact the landlord or managing agent, who would then arrange for a contract to address the issues for you. In conclusion, there is no question that buying is a far more preferable option than renting. The main reason is that buying a property will likely be one of the best investments you'll ever make in your life, whereas renting is not an investment at all, but rather just a means to an end. The real issue is that it is near impossible to get onto the property ladder, particularly in my home city of London, where prices have soared in the last 10 years. Rising property prices coupled with an increasing amount of lender restrictions means that most first-time buyers are priced out of the market and therefore forced to rent, which is the vicious circle we currently find ourselves in. I will be uploading another video soon on tips for saving for your first property, which will hopefully help some of you on your property journey. But for the time being, this concludes the video. If you would like to find out more about the buying or renting process in the UK, then feel free to ask any questions in the comments section. As always, do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers.